Burnout is a real thing. Some people don't experience it, but the vast majority of people experience burnout or can experience burnout. And because overworking and overexerting yourself is not good for your creative process. And obviously it doesn't apply to everyone. Some people are like literally fucking built different. But to tie it back to like an example in my life, I had this like insane, he wasn't like off the rails like terrible person insane, but just insane work drive ex-boss who claimed that burnout didn't exist. And I think having a blanket statement like that for your entire organization is a really crappy negative thing that you're doing. Because just because you as the boss who has built up this company and like is go 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 all the time and your lifeblood is that company doesn't mean that your employees will not experience burnout. And now that I run my own business, I can get where he was coming from because it's something that I think about all the time and plan all the time and work on the weekends and sometimes work later than I should for my family. And it's something that I just love so much that it's hard for me to feel the burnout. But that doesn't mean that people that might work for me might not feel burnout because that culture, that company, it was pretty interesting. And I hate using fucking corporate culture, but whatever. That's the only thing that I can call it. It was all a bunch of guys who started off at the same time or relatively early on in this business. And all of the people involved in this, it was their dream. They were working on it together. This is something that they've been growing. And I came in at a point where they were starting to hire new employees that weren't there from the beginning. And they may have different dreams that they're trying to align their dreams with this company's dreams. So the new people are working for somebody else's dreams. And it's a lot easier to get burnt out on that, especially if you're pushing off your dreams of whatever that might be, starting your own company, a YouTube channel, an Instagram page, whatever it is. But you can't take something that might be true just for you and apply it to everyone because you're going to see the creativity in your employees drop and their work drive drop. Because you could be flying cross country back to back and then have late work nights and set no boundaries between work and life. And after something like that, most people, most regular employees are going to need a fucking break, or they're going to start getting pissy from lack of sleep, dealing with changing time zones, having to keep up with their family who they haven't seen in a long time. Burnout can show up differently in different people. Sometimes it's losing your creative juices and just pumping out the same thing, getting into a routine over and over with no real innovation or thought put into it. Other times it's you just hate your job so much that you want to quit. So having a work culture, I hate that, but having a work culture that's so breakneck speed and then complementing it with a philosophy that burnout does not exist can create an extremely toxic work environment. You can be insanely busy, but you have to recognize that you need a chance to step back. Taking a step back can actually be a great thing. It helps put everything that you've been doing at breakneck speed into perspective and really figure out what you're doing good, what you're doing bad, and what you can improve on. And it also helps you come up with new ways to think through problems. And it helps you appreciate the life that you are building.